match for the World Series of Fighting Lightweight Championship of the World. On my right, fighting out of the blue corner of the Decagon, he is your challenger. His record, 28 victories, 8 defeats, 12 big wins by knockout, 15 by submission. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing 155 pounds even, fighting out of Inglewood, Colorado by way of Sallisaw, Oklahoma. He is the World Series of Fighting Lightweight 8-man tournament winner and the #1 contender, Brian Foster. And now, his opponent across the Decagon, fighting out of the red corner. His record is perfect with 15 victories, no defeats, 12 wins by knockout, 1 by submission. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing 155 pounds, fighting out of Denver, Colorado by way of Safford, Arizona. He is the undefeated, undisputed, reigning, defending World Series of Fighting Lightweight Champion of the World, Justin the Highlight Gaethje. Your referee for this contest is Tom Johnson.
Justin, come on out. All right, gentlemen, this is for the World Championship, lightweight title. I want a clean, fair fight. I want you to listen at all times and protect yourself at all times. Brian, any questions for me? What about you, Justin? Touch gloves if you like.
And here we go. Justin Gaethje defending his belt for the 4th time. He's never lost. Brian Foster got here by winning the 8-man tournament to qualify as the #1 contender. And he spins around and throws the first strikes here. And that's how most people feel you've got to attack Gaethje, because he opens up like a house of fire.
But nobody's ever done it. That's the difference. So many people sit around and analyze, and they say, you've got to be the one to jump on him, but no one's done it, and Foster's not done. Our president, Ray Sefo, predicted earlier this morning this fight would finish in the 1st round. I agreed with him, and at this pace, we're both going to look like Nostradamus. Oh!
And there Gaethje pushes him down.
Foster actually landed on that exchange, too. Gaethje slipped one through, but Foster got his own.
Gets his licks in, but Foster is right back up. And Foster firing in the kicks.
Foster with some great 1-2 combos, but Gaethje is keeping his hands up. Look at that. Gaethje keeps his hands up, very composed, chin bared. He's not taking any damage. Foster scoring with the judges, but he's not doing damage to Gaethje.
2 great fights he had with Luis Palomino. And in those fights, Gaethje barely landed more punches than he took. He's willing to stand in there and take one to try to get 2 in. And Foster limping just a little bit there.
You know, I believe that Foster, I don't think that was a knee, Kenny. I think he was kicked in the calf and got a muscle to lock up on him.
That's what it looks like there. Maybe still trying to shake it off a little bit, Chael.
Yeah, he's kicking him in the calf. What he's doing is essentially what we colloquials call a Charlie horse. He's giving him a Charlie horse. This is a Benson Henderson technique.
He's down again, and that's over, and cramping up is Foster. And right away, and Gaethje doing the backflip.
Gaethje does that. That scares the heck out of me.
Well, he didn't nail the landing either, did he? But he comes away with the win, and I don't think anybody was going to predict it would end this way in the 1st round.
No, and look, we're going to have to see the replay. Benson Henderson, former UFC champion. I spent a day with him, training with him and Jay Glazer, and Benson kept throwing that kick. I said, Benson, you're missing. You're not hitting my thigh. You're not hitting my knee. You're hitting my calf. And he says, yeah, but it hurts, doesn't it? I said, yeah, it hurts a lot. He says, that's where I'm aiming. I believe that that's what Gaethje did. I don't think we've got a knee injury here. I'm guessing. I don't think we have a knee injury. I believe we have a locked up calf, and it simply made him fall down.
It looked that way.
I think.
That's what it looked like. And then he also was grabbing at his thigh as if he did have that Charlie horse, as you said. Let's take a look at it again as Gaethje, he's a man that shakes hands and hugs babies, and if he ran for an office here in Greeley tonight, he'd win by a landslide. But what A strange ending here as Brian Foster could not continue and Gaethje keeps his belt. Not by a first-round knockout or a submission. Both would not have been a surprise either way coming into this fight. But to have it end this way, no one would have guessed this. And what a tough break for Brian Foster, too.
This crowd is on their feet. They are chanting Gaethje, Gaethje, Gaethje. All right, let's take a look at this. Now, I'm going to predict, okay, that one comes to the knee. That hurt Foster.
That was a great kick.
They fight a little more. Foster comes back to life. You can tell he's really hurting, but he's pushing there. Watch this second kick. I believe it comes to the calf. Okay, that's it. That's it. That was on the knee. He hit him dead on the knee.
That was two great kicks by Justin Gaethje.
But it also represents there could be a more serious injury than the Charlie horse that I had predicted and been hoped for earlier. That was right on the knee. Our thoughts are certainly with Brian Foster.
And Justin Gaethje, how many different ways can he win now? As he wins here with kicks. And taking a look at that last one, that was a wicked kick right to the back of the knee.
And Kenny, I think the real takeaway was his ability to deal with adversity. Gaethje was getting punched. Everybody said to beat Gaethje, you've got to be the one to out-pressure him. You can't let him come out and bowl and push you around. Brian Foster stuck to that plan, to that ideology perfectly. Ones and twos down the middle, finish with kick, throw some knees, pressure Gaethje. Gaethje was as calm and cool as they come. He kept his hands out, his chin down, and he waited for his moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tom Johnson stops this fight at 1 minute and 43 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO, and still the undefeated World Series of Fighting lightweight champion of the world, Justin the Highlight Gaethje!
Early on, it was Foster coming out, being aggressive. We had talked about the strategy involved here. Most fighters are a little reluctant to come out and trade that early with Gaethje, which has been in his wheelhouse, but Foster was able to do that. And then here, Gaethje coming right back, keeping his composure. Foster is able to counter once again. Back and forth they would go in the early seconds of this fight, and then there's a kick. At first, it looked as if maybe it wasn't as bad to the leg of Foster. Perhaps maybe he'd even pulled a muscle. He bounces back up. Here comes Gaethje again. And then this is when the kicks begin to build up for Justin Gaethje. And keep an eye on the left leg of Brian Foster, because that is what is eventually going to end this fight in a style all out that we have seen from Gaethje, but never ending it with such wicked kicks as he delivered in this fight against the veteran fighter and the #1 ranked contender, Brian Foster, coming into it. But as you can see early on here, it is Foster who is willing to trade and was very effective. There's the kick that really started hurting. And then it's Gaethje coming back once again. And Gaethje looking for an opening, not able to find it, still trying to work on the left side with the kicks. And there's yet another kick to the back of Foster's knee. And then Gaethje continues to press the action once more. Looking, there's the kick that puts him down and ends the fight. It was with a series of kicks to the left leg, just between, looks like the ankle, and rather the thigh and the knee of Brian Foster, that put it away. So we've seen Gaethje win him in many different ways, not quite like this, but we know one thing, he still has the belt at 16-0, and he is standing by now with Chael.
All right, I am here with the champion of the world, Justin Gaethje. Justin, this is the third opponent that you have chopped down at the legs. What is it about your kicks that guys just can't stand?
I have no idea. I don't specifically work on kicks. My coaches don't work on my kicks because, you know, it comes natural. I don't want to change anything. All I want to know is who's next. That's all I want to know right now.
What was it like returning to Greeley, fighting in front of this very hostile and very pro Justin Gaethje crowd? Did that add a pressure or a motivation?
Motivation. Right where I'm standing, right here. I've won, countless times. I've lost numerous times. I've learned a lot of hard lessons right here, and it's made me the person I am today.
Now, many analysts, myself included, have said the way to beat Justin Gaethje is to come out, be first, be the one to put pressure on him. That's what Brian Foster did, but it didn't work. You follow the basic, hands up, chin down. Did any of his punches get through your guard?
He hit me in the lip. I got a busted lip, so it's how I fight. It's not going to change. The worst thing you can do is come out here and try to push me backwards, because I will not go backwards. So you're going to meet me in the center, and I'll beat you.
Now, I love the question that you just posed a moment ago, which is who's next? Look, you've ran through the division. This was the undisputed #1 contender. In your opinion, where do you go from here?
I want Jason High next. He's a little smart ass, so that's what I want right now. He's next. He better be ready. Hopefully he nuts up and comes out and puts it on the line.
Well, you may have just made your match. He's a top contender. You are the champion. We'll get a response from Jason High. Everybody, give it up for the world champion, your own, Justin Gaethje.
I want to thank, real quick. Hey, I want to thank my sponsors, Fusion Vapor, Viking Armament, KBL, Spec, Open Loop Energy, and I want you guys all to meet me at the Tilted Kill downtown Greeley. Let's drink some green beer together.
Give